Marcus Aurelius Meditations, Episode 13. Theta prime. Para sextu, ta elmenes, kai ta paradigma tu, oiku, tu, patra na mu menu, kai ten enanoion, tu kataphusin, zain, kai ta semnon, a plastos, kai ta stokastikon, ton. Theta prime. From sextus, and this is the Hellenized form of the Latin word sextus, and this is now in the genitive masculine singular, the masculine singular genitive. From sextus I learned ta elmenes. And we have said for each of these that the implicit verb is likely the aorist of monthano, namely emathon. This is a second aorist, asigmatic, strong, or perhaps it's the aorist of dechomai, which is edexame, this aorist middle, which is first aorist, sigmatic, and weak. So from sextus I learned ta elmenes. We might understand anai here, because this is a favorite construction of Marcus Aurelius, as we've seen, the articular infinitive. So I learned the being, or how to be, or that I should be, or ought to be, elmenes, well disposed, of good mind, of good character or disposition. And something else that he learned, ta paradigma. An example, or a paradigm. This English word paradigm is obviously from paradigma, and paradigma is from the numi verb paradeiknumi, which means to show or point something out, paradeiknumi. So something that has been pointed out demonstratum, is a paradigm. And so I gained from sextus the example to through patronomu menu. The example of a house to oiku, masculine singular and genitive, of a house that is to patronomu menu. This participle here is in the attributive position because it's preceded by the definite article to. This participle is from the verb patra no meo, which means the government or the setting of rules by the father, so patriarchy basically. And I learned an example of a house ruled by a father. It is a present and passive participle, and moreover we can see here in the omicron upsilon, we can see that the contraction which has occurred because the form ends in an epsilon. It's an epsilon contract verb. So with the thematic vowel and then the menos ending, menos passive ending, the resulting contraction is an omicron upsilon. And also from sextus I gained tein ennoion, the conception, the understanding. This is feminine, singular, and accusative. The conception or the understanding of to, here's the articular infinitive, to zain, genitive because of its relationship to ennoion, a subjective genitive. The understanding of living, to zain, kata fusin, according to nature, standard Stoic concept which Cicero, for example, covers in many of his philosophical treatises, De Finibus, De Natura Deorum, De Officiis, Secundum Naturam, kata fusin. And I also gained ta semnon, how to be severe, grave, dignified, without being pretentious, or being dignified naturally, without artifice or putting on a show. Ta semnon is an accusative, taken again as the object of emmathon, or perhaps edexamen, and we might want to understand anai with it, another articular infinitive, and aplastos is an adverb with this alpha privative. And last, at least in this section, there's more from sextus to follow, but last for now, and he gained ta stokastikon. This means it's something like solicitous or careful in achieving. The LSJ says success in aiming at, something like that. So solicitous of one's friends, and doing so kedamonikos, in this way, adverbially, with foresight, providentally, etc. The Sextus mentioned here is thought to be Sextus of Chaeronea, this little Greek town here, which was the site of a very important battle in the 4th century BC.